Some people feel quite apprehensive about inversions. They are very useful because they move us in space in such a way that gravity is pulling our body parts in the opposite direction. But if you're apprehensive about them, you actually make it harder for you to come into them. The fear may actually increase your tendency to maybe hurt yourself in them. So I want to show you a move that really helps you build strength where you need it, helps you get comfortable going upside down. And that's not just a mental thing, there's also physical components. When you go upside down, the blood pressure in your head increases. And for some people that can be uncomfortable. But by going upside down repeatedly, you actually train your body to reduce the blood pressure. The valves in the arteries in your neck that can regulate that but they have to kind of learn to do that. So you're going to measure a leg distance to the wall. You can do it standing or sitting. And then wherever your sit bones are, or the other standing leg, that's about where you're going to put your hands. And if this is the first time you do this, I actually suggest to put your hands a little bit farther away. Especially if you're tight in the shoulders, that will make the pose easier. Come into table, lift the knees off the floor, step your feet onto the wall, no higher than hip height. The tendency is to bring the feet way too high. This is basically a downward dog, not a plank pose. This is not it. It's actually, for most people, more challenging. So feet are horizontal, torso is near vertical, relax your neck. You don't have to look at the floor because you're not trying to balance. If you find this easy, come down, move the hands closer in. And then step the feet to hip height, straighten the legs. Move your sit bones towards the ceiling, heart towards the wall. If you're very flexible, and you can move quite far towards the wall, then actually start moving in the opposite direction by drawing the lower ribs in. That will make the pose harder, which means you're building more strength. Once you've gotten comfortable with this pose, which I call inverse L-shaped handstand, and you can just breathe comfortably, hang out there for a couple minutes maybe, you can start walking the hands in closer to the wall than a leg distance, which brings your hands under your center of gravity. And that will allow you to come out of the pose slowly with control. And that's building even more strength and control to help you come in and out of inversions more gracefully and more easily. Leg distance to here, I'm going to put my hands much closer. You can't straighten the legs any more than the hands are too close. Inhale the heels away from the wall. And exhale down slowly.